Hi guys, welcome back to Drawing with Floof, and today we will be experimenting with water-based markers. So I got this idea after seeing someone using watercolours in a YouTube video and it looked really cool, so I thought I'd try it out. I've had these water-based twin tip brush markers for a while and I've never really gotten around to using them, so I thought I'd experiment and have some fun. Obviously I went with animals because animals is the main thing I draw on this channel. As you can tell, at the start of my journey I was not very good. It took me quite a while and quite a lot of notes to figure this out. At the end you'll see that on my page I was writing down little notes as I went, giving myself tips like how with water-based, at least, if you want to blend it, you'll have to blend it quickly. Also, I ended up going over all of this work, as you just saw, because I thought it was too light. So yeah, some of my later ones though were quite good actually, and I was quite proud of them. I'm probably not going to talk through all of this video because, as you might be able to hear, I've actually got a really bad cold. The reason I uploaded this video rather than Stranger Things Part 2 as was promised was because I hadn't done a recording yet as of the night before, which maybe that is a sign for me to get round to it a bit earlier, maybe, but I thought I'd do this one because I know it's a lot shorter and won't require me yapping as much as I am trying to save my voice from extinction. I did find with these markers that as long as you've got a decent base done, and that didn't look too bad, such as this fox, even though it looks a bit green right now. Once you added all the details and the line work, it actually looked pretty decent. Now this crocodile here was the first one that I was actually quite happy with. The colouring I figured out how to do. You just apply a light coat of whatever where your shading will be, I think. I don't know really, I'm making this up as I go on. Then you add your colours and then you quickly go through to shading that. And it looks really good, especially once you add your little line work details. Actually looks really nice. And of course, as always, I'll add the Pinterest board with all my references on, so if you want to go and find the original makers of like this really cute crocodile, you can go do that. There were some of these that I just looked up and found on my way, and then others that I really wanted to do. So this seagull, for example, looked really cute when I first saw it, and I saw lots of different versions of it all over Pinterest, so I thought I'd really like to give it a go. And again, at this point, I was actually starting to understand how the markers work. I was really happy with how this turned out. I thought the shading looked lovely. This was one of the few ones where it got worse once the line art was edited and not humbled up in me, because I don't know what I did, I just kind of ruined it. But oh well, it wasn't that bad and I was really happy with it during the time. Also, at this point I figured out you could use the chisel end of the marker to get more opaque colours, and that looks pretty cool too. I'm realising here that I'm talking very quietly, A, because I want to rest my voice, and B, because I also want to rest my voice. I can't actually think of a second reason. So you're either going to really turn the volume up on this, or have it all the way down, because I don't think this is a very interesting commentary, because I hadn't found it at all, besides having this project video. This rabbit, I was like, oh, I'll try at this point. As I said before, I thought I really knew what I was doing. I didn't, and I thought, oh well, I know what I'm doing, so I'll add undertones and colour and stuff. It looked a little bit funky, but overall, once I added line art and stuff to it, I thought that funkiness actually did add lots of depth, and it looked pretty cool if I do say so myself, and I do. So despite the rest of the rabbit looking a bit silly, the tail actually looked quite good and quite fluffy in my opinion. So I was quite happy with it, and I was actually able to use the techniques almost that I used for the fluffy look in some of the next ones I did. So even your mistakes can help you along the way. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here, but now you can see me ruining the glasses of the seagull. And as I also mentioned earlier, the line work really does bring everything together, and I think I've seen people say this for paint markers, I guess alcohol markers, and I'm discovering watercoloured. It doesn't really matter like how good your base colour, well it kind of does, but as long as it's half decent, you know, you're gonna be pretty good once you add the line. It's kind of like watercolour, especially like sometimes it looks really splodgy sorry, a bit odd, but once you add the line art, it just brings everything together and makes it look lovely. And ooh, this whale, I was really happy with this. The marker set I have, which is from the Works, you know, that retail company. I don't think I'll put a link in my description thingy for it, because I don't know if I'll be able to find one, but it was from the Works if you're interested. Had 24 ones in it, 4 of which, 4 or 5, 4 were blue, and they were like quite similar blues, which makes them easier to blend, and I was really happy with the way it turned out. I thought the colours they came out lovely, the line out came out lovely, but then I looked at the reference photo and it said it had been assisted by AI. Yeah, I know. So take that with a pinch of salt. I kept the reference photo on here and on my description thing because it was from that. I don't know how heavily the AI was used, but it is quite disappointing that Pinterest doesn't immediately flag up even before you click on something that it's AI, you know, because obviously anti-AI art. Anywho, I actually used a, as you can see, like instruction thingy for that ladybug, which is gone. Wow. And it did turn out to be maybe one of the best ones on there. It was my mum's favourite. I personally preferred a couple of those, but I might do that again. Actually use tutorial ones, because that did really help me probably figure out how to do it. I also didn't need to add line art to that one, unlike with the others, because it was already in its proper shape. So, yeah. Ooh, this next one, I was quite happy with. Before I get into that, I'll tell you my little process. So, I do a rough sketch, then rub out it mostly, as you can see, and then I do all the colours and things. And I learnt that you've got to rub it out mostly, or just deal with the consequences, because you cannot rub it out after you put it on. It looks absolutely horrible. Then I forgot that for my last one, and it looked absolutely horrible. But we live, we learn. Don't try and rub out wet or dried paint, or pencil under paint. Sorry, that was really difficult for me to get out. Anyway, that rubbing. The red of these markers lifts really well with the white pen. I'd remembered someone saying in a tutorial on alcohol markers that white helps you lift it up and you can always bring back the colour. So that's what I did on this one, and I thought it looked really cool, at least for the chest. Speaking of alcohol markers, when I first got these pens, I'd watched a lot of alcohol marker tutorial video thingies because they are a very popular resource. And I got these and I thought, well, it's basically the same thing. And then I found out it wasn't, or maybe they're more similar than I think, and I'm just not very good at using them. But the blending wasn't the same as what I'd seen, and you know, stuff like that. I was just really disappointed, so I didn't really use them again. But this just inspired me to try again, try different things, and yeah, they're not as bad. I'd recommend giving water markers a go. Just be prepared that they're not the same as alcohol. This little duckling, I know it's not a very complicated thing, it's basically just yellow, but I used my little fluffy technique from the tail from before, and it came out really well, which was really nice. I needed that, you know. I'm realising now that I've been talking. Ooh, I've just got a message saying I'm talking, and I'm not supposed to be. I was going to say, so maybe I won't talk for a video, but I fear I will. See, I managed to not talk for a while. I just whispered now, though I hear whispering's worse because it means you're straining your ears. This jellyfish was pretty cool. I wanted to use purple on my own, so I did. It looks really cool, so not much I can say about that, but jellyfish is lovely. It's so odd as well, they're just like there, they don't have brains or anything. This last one, I wanted to do a cat, because of course I do. I'm literally drawing with Floof, and I haven't done a cat video yet. Crazy times. But it didn't turn out like I'd hoped. You can abuse the paper to your heart's extent, and I do abuse the paper to the heart's extent. That you could see on that tail. You can see at the end, my paper is dead, but you can get away with it. But I went a bit too far on the face, and then I tried to lift it, and there's only a certain extent you can lift. But I'm still fairly happy with it, because I was like, oh, I'll use all the things I've learned. I didn't. You can see me trying to bring back the white with the white and it being absolutely disgusting. It was only now I realised you can dab off excess with tissue. It's just getting worse and worse. Oh, I can't watch. It's not too bad. It's just annoying that I ruined it at the last moment. Yippee! Another bout of not talking for a while. Mostly because I didn't really know what to say. I liked how fluffy I got this rubber to look with the liner. The duck didn't need much liner because it is just blue, but I added a couple, tufts on the belly. Jellyfish didn't need much either, but added a good amount of texture and some curly bits on the bits of it. And then the cat, as you saw in the reference, the face was quite cool. But then I was like, you know what, I'll change the face because I never did anything original. But then it looked ugly, so then I tried to revert it, and then it looked even uglier. So, there's probably a lesson in that. But, knowing me, I'll never find it. And also, here's a sneak peek of the back, and it looked really cool when the light went through it, especially that yellow chip. It glows, it's better than from the front. Whoa. Don't know why I included this, but it's pretty cool, so I thought I'd show you. That's the video. Thanks for watching and bearing with me on this cough-ridden journey. Hopefully I'll be better for next time, and I'll learn to record things on time. Here is your honorary photo of Dolly, and until next time, bye bye for now.